and good morning, and welcome to Nature Watch. Nature Watch is sponsored by Waddell's Nursery, Floral, Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. And now, your host of Nature Watch, live from Kansas City, Kansas, it is Gary Miller. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing, man? Is it a hot one there, too?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
So I get to experience some of the same weather.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what, it is very, very soupy here. I want to lead off with something because there's a bunch of photos and articles that hit Facebook starting yesterday, as a matter of fact. In fact, this happened yesterday. At the Iowa Speedway, people thought that there was a tornado that touched down right outside of the IndyCar race at Iowa Speedway, and actually it was a scud cloud, not a tornado. The National Weather Service says that they had no report of a tornado touchdown outside of the Speedway. So what's a scud cloud? Do you know what a scud cloud is?
So it's somewhat similar to the shelf cloud, if I'm not mistaken, but the scud cloud usually has some rotation in it. I'd have to look it up for sure, but maybe a little topic we can talk about.
Okay, we're having problems hearing you, Gary. You're gonna have to get that phone.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah, you're gonna have to eat. You're gonna have to eat that mic.
Crunch, crunch. So the tornado count in Michigan is up to 29 now. They had one on the east side of the state this last week.
And you're fading out again, sir.
Can you hear me okay now?
There you go.
Okay, I'll eat the mic.
Okay, yep.
So the drought monitor is not much change from a week ago. I'm going to guess we're going to start getting worse every week now, though, unless we start getting some rain significantly, because not much chance of rain coming up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Next week, less humid too, which it's going to be nice, going to feel nicer, but the ground needs the moisture. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got some holidays coming up this next week, and thought it was pretty unique, interesting holidays. So on the 13th, which is tomorrow, is National Rock Day.
Okay.
So it's all about paying tribute to rocks. And we're not talking about rock music or rock concerts.
Right.
So we're actually talking about literal rocks. So it's a chance to actually go out and look at the rocks in your area and sort of refresh your memory as far as looking which one is which. We have three types of rock as far as three categories: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And for you budding geologists or geologists out there, you can go out and practice your geological skills.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Or you can travel up north and look for Petoskey stones, right? Hey, there you go.
Or go out at night and look for some Uperlites.
Okay, that too. So much.
So on Monday is National Be Nice to Bugs Day.
What?
So that was Be Nice to Bugs Day. So this holiday was created in an effort to highlight the importance of bugs in our ecosystem and stop their unnecessary killing. So people get in the habit of squashing insects whenever they see them. There are some that want to squish them. So like the spotted lanternfly, if you see it,
right?
See it, squish it, report it.
Mosquitoes.
But there are a lot of insects. Very beneficial. So, that you don't like the spiders, so open the door, open the window, let the bug out. And so there's a lot more beneficial insects than not beneficial insects. So want to protect those critters.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
but
that's
mosquitoes.
so actually, like I said, lots of neat nature-related holidays this week. On the 16th, which is Wednesday, is World Snake Day. So increase awareness of the over 3,500 snake species that exist around the world.
Okay.
And not all of them are scary or venomous.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck encouraging the women to participate in that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Some people don't like snakes, I know, but no. Typically, unless they're venomous or something, really, and they try to be scary, but you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
Oh, okay.
Typically.
Right.
And this whole week, starting today, is National Moth Week. Like I said, we got lots of nature-related holidays this coming week.
Wow.
And National Moth Week is about celebrating those less beautiful cousins of the butterfly. Moths are one of the most diverse organisms on Earth. Scientists estimate there are a minimum 150,000 moth species, and some believe that there could be over 500,000.
Wow.
So there are all sorts of moths, and because they're always finding new species, little variations in wing colors and that, and sizes. So the sizes vary from as small as a pinhead. Think of that, a moth as small as a pinhead, to as large as an adult human's hand. And they get all those colors and pattern variations. And sometimes you get habitat variations, so very limited habitat. So you get lots of variations with the moth. So we could actually push that 500,000 fairly easily.
Wow. Okay. Well, Gary, I'll tell you what. You want to try a trivia question this morning?
Sure. Actually, I ran across a pretty neat trivia fact on butterflies, and I thought it'd be a great trivia question. So my question today is, how do female butterflies determine which plant to lay eggs on?
Oh.
That was pretty interesting. Pretty important.
Wow. All right. 269-382-4280. If you want to get involved here and try to win a $20 gift card to Weddell's, the first caller with the correct answer will win a $20 gift card.
So again, how do female butterflies determine which plant to lay eggs on? And it's important so they lay their eggs on a plant that their larvae will feed on. So there's a special way that they do that. And I thought there's a pretty interesting tidbit of information. It's actually something new I learned this last week. So we've got some activities coming up this next week, too. On Thursday, the Kalamazoo Area Wild Ones has their Pints and Native Plants at Brewery Outre. And their garden tour, remember garden tour on the Portage Backyard Ponds that was originally scheduled for last night, was rescheduled for this coming Friday on the 18th. So check out their website, kalamazoo.wildones.org. Pierce Cedar Creek Institute on Thursday, if you don't want to go to the Brewery Outre for the Kalamazoo Area Wild Ones, Pierce Cedar Creek Institute on Thursday night from 6 to 8 is doing a social hike. And it's going to be not a real long hike, but it's going to have some rocks, uneven terrain, mud, and great views. Register on their website, cedarcreekinstitute.org. Water is required for the hike, and that's a safety precaution to prevent dehydration on the trail. And so they will have a limited number of water bottles available, but make sure you bring your own water bottle with you. Okay. Next Saturday, the Kalamazoo Astronomical Society has a public observing session again at the Kalamazoo Nature Center starting at 9:30, and they're talking about the Summer Triangle, which is an asterism formed by the stars Vega, Deneb, and Altair. Do we have any calls in yet, Jim?
No.
Oh, everybody's drinking coffee and trying to find that information out. So I will.
I'm going to throw this out here too, because sometimes things happen. I got a text that our stream is down, so I have our IT guy on it. So that could be part of the reason. Could be part of the reason because that
might be part of it.
So you have listeners from everywhere. You really do.
Yes, I do. That's good.
Yeah.
They need to call in once in a while besides the trivia.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, as a matter of fact, just stay right there. Don't move because we have a call. Good morning, WKZO. Who is this?
Good morning. This is Judy from Schoolcraft.
Hi, Judy from Schoolcraft. Say hi to Gary, currently in Kansas City, Kansas.
Oh, goodness. Hello, Kansas City.
Hi, Judy.
Okay, yes. What's your guess, Judy?
I have a guess by smell.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
This is a close guess.
Okay.
What are the other senses,
though? Sight and hearing, touch.
Still not the right sense.
Still not there?
What? Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I'm talking to Gary too. Right? We got this little connection issue happening.
So we've knocked three of them out, and it's not those three.
Okay, so try again. There we go.
Let's see.
Thanks, Judy. Try again. 269-382-4280. I hate hanging up on people. I really do. But you have to give everybody a chance. So there you go. Repeat the question once again, if you could, please, sir.
Yeah, so how do female butterflies determine which plant to lay eggs on?
There you go. 269-382-4280. In fact, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll continue with Nature Watch and hopefully get a winner next on WKZO.
Wouldn't you love to have loads of summer blooms in your landscape without having to spend loads of time taking care of the plants? Waddell's Nursery Florist and Garden Center has hydrangea shrubs that will do just that. Give you blooms galore without much effort. Waddell's carries over 40 varieties of hydrangeas that are just starting to bloom, and this week they're all $10 off. Eclipse hydrangeas have cranberry-colored blooms and dark purple, almost black leaves, so they stand out all season long. Another can't miss is Bloomstruck. With Bloomstruck hydrangeas, you'll enjoy pink, purple, and blue blooms all on one plant. For a more compact hydrangea, get Wee Bit Innocent with lush mop-head doubled blooms of pastel pink, blue, and purple. Dozens of other varieties are also available, including climbing hydrangeas, oak leaf hydrangeas, and endless summer. And right now, they're all $10 off through next Wednesday. Waddell's Nursery Florist and Garden Center, open Saturday 9 to 5, Monday through Friday 9 to 6, closed Sundays.
I like that it's local.
WKZO. More local news on the radio than any other station in town. And online, too, at WKZO.com.
8:45. Nature Watch continues, and I have another caller, Gary. Who is this again?
This is Pat from Ostrimo.
Pat from Ostrimo. What is your guess?
My guess is, I'm not sure the senses that they have, but they pick flowers with the most nectar.
Gary?
Yeah, I'm sorry, say it again, Pat.
They pick flowers that they sense have the most nectar.
Oh, that's a good guess, and you're actually on the right track, but not quite the right answer I was looking for.
Oh, okay. Try again, Pat. We do appreciate it, though. 269-382-4280. Gary, you got us a tough one today. You had to. You're in Kansas City. You're hiding in Kansas City, is what you're doing.
Yeah. So I had some confirmation that the live stream is up and running again. So maybe some folks out there will call in. Oh, and now I just heard confirmation that it's not working. So your IT was working for a short time and not now.
Yep. He's on it, so he's working on it.
So we'll repeat the question again.
Okay.
So how do female butterflies determine which plant to lay eggs on?
Which female butterflies determine which? Say that again.
Yeah. How do female butterflies?
How do female butterflies determine which plants to lay their eggs on? Who is this on my phone?
Yeah, this is Tom from Portage.
Hi, Tom from Portage. Help us out, please.
Taste?
You bing, bing, bing. We got a winner.
Bloop.
So they actually taste, and it somewhat taste through their proboscis, which we think of as a tongue or a nose, but the proboscis is actually an extension of their mouth. And so some of that taste is through that, but most of the taste is through their feet and their legs.
Wow.
That's what the interesting tidbit I ran across. So they have chemoreceptors on their feet and eggs that act like human taste buds. And so a female butterfly will drum the leaves with her feet to release the plant juices, and she's searching for the right plant chemicals, and if it's a match, we'll lay her eggs on that plant. Wow. I thought pretty interesting information about butterflies. Something new I learned this last week.
There you go. Tom,
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, hey,
Thank you.
Way to go. Hang on the line, and I'm going to get some info from you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks. And we put him on hold, and Gary rolls on with
I'll
the
keep
show.
talking.
Yeah, there you go.
But female butterflies, and different insects have sensory organs in different parts of their bodies. Some butterflies can, quote unquote, see with their back ends and, quote unquote, hear with their wings. So taste involves detecting chemicals upon contact or contact chemoreception. And so they have those chemoreceptors on their feet. And so, yes, they quote unquote, taste those plant chemicals through their feet, just as we use those receptors on our tongue to taste our food. But the female doesn't do that to see if she wants to eat those leaves herself. That's actually what she trying to find the right plant. So she lays eggs on the plant. So when her larvae hatch out, they have something to eat. And I thought that was very interesting that butterflies do that. We don't think of animals having taste receptors on their legs or feet. And so the one of the questions that I saw actually was a little comment from the one of the university websites that had some information about it, and said, is taste to a butterfly the same as taste to a human? Well, what is perceived depends on how the butterfly interprets the messages arriving at its brain. Clearly, a butterfly brain is different than a human brain, so it's very unlikely that both humans and butterflies perceive the deliciousness of an orange slice in the same way. And so that was actually some info that I got from Carleton University. So very, very interesting. Little information about butterflies. I thought just some, you find some neat info and then about something unusual about nature, and so it's always fun to share that. We have a couple other things going on. Actually, next Sunday, the 20th, the Audubon Society, along with the Kalamazoo Watershed Council, is doing, the Kalamazoo River Watershed Council and Water Trail Adventures is doing a Canoe the Kazoo through the Allegan State Game Area Woods and Wetlands paddle. And so they're doing that next Sunday. So check that out at the Audubon Society Kalamazoo's website, and you can find all the information. They will have some canoes or kayaks available for rental, or you can bring your own. So there's instructions for both of those situations. And might be something fun to do if it's not too hot next Sunday. And so they're going to have travel down the river and around Potawatomi Marsh. They're going to actually hopefully encounter different birds and some natural flora. And they're going to have some Audubon Society Kalamazoo members that are going to help identify birds and bring binoculars if you're interested. Yeah. And they said this was a great trip for beginner paddlers and bird watchers, but pre-registration is required.
Okay. Yeah,
something fun to do, a little exercise.
And make sure you bring a flotation device.
Yes, you will need that because you don't follow all the rules for on a watercraft.
Right.
And you most likely are going to want to have some insect repellent with you because in some of those wet areas, as warm as it is, we may have a few of those mosquitoes buzzing around.
Right, right. And yes, you can smack them.
Yeah, that's one you can squish. There's plenty of those around.
There you go.
So I had seen I actually had this a couple of weeks ago from the DNR, and they had a little information about what do you do if you find a bird nest. So you're getting ready to take your camper van out for the weekend, your camper, and you find a bird is nested somewhere on that camper, or like on a tire or so, or you find a bird nest that's maybe nested somewhere like in a door wreath or so, sometimes on top of a mailbox, some plants close to the house. I know in the past my parents had some of the house finches actually nest in hanging baskets. So it's you get birds nesting everywhere. So what do you do if you find that? Do you touch the nest? Do you move it? So what is recommended, even though it may be inconvenient, is just to leave it where it's at until the eggs hatch and the young fledge from the nest. And then once you get those young birds out of the nest, then you can just remove that nest. The Audubon Great Lakes actually has some guidance about that too, along with on the DNR Wildlife Division website, as far as different rules and regulations protecting bird nests. So a lot of bird nests are protected when they are in the nest state, and so something to watch out for. Some of that first batch of birds should already have fledged out, so hopefully we're not seeing a lot of nests still in the inconvenient spots. The DNR actually had another interesting little information about up in the Montmorency County. They've been trying to track a male bear that had a blue plastic lid, somewhere that lids that fit on 55-gallon drums, and had this lid stuck around its neck because it had stuck its head through an opening in the lid. And they've been tracking this bear for around 2 years, trying to get it so they could sedate it, so actually remove the lid that was stuck around its neck. They finally caught it. I believe it was towards the end of May this year. And yeah, late May, somebody had spotted the deer up near Hillman, or the bear up near Hillman on a trail cam. And so they caught it through a closed baited trap. And then they released the animal after anesthetizing it and cutting the lid off. Took some other data. The bear weighed about 110 pounds, which is standard for a 2-year-old bear. And so they thought it was pretty interesting that they've been trying to track this bear and catch it so they could help it out a little bit for 2 years. And it took 2 years to actually catch that bear. So we always wonder about Yogi and those picnic baskets. That's why we had to really watch those.
There you go. I'll tell you what.
Those bears can be smart.
We only have a couple of moments left, so if you want to join in, 269-382-4280, or you can text us to 80373, and we'll get you on.
So they're starting to get dry out this way, too. We were watching had a severe thunderstorm watch out, and we were watching the radar all night last night, and the storms were just east of us. So, a long stream of storms that went all the way up into Chicago and north. But it seemed like, at least I was watching the radar, when they were hitting the Lake Michigan shoreline or out in Lake Michigan, the clouds just fell apart.
Yeah. And
as far as precipitation, which is typical.
That's kind of what's going on this morning here too. It looked like we had a rather expansive rain system heading in, but it got past Chicago and it just fell apart.
That happens a lot, and part of it's we get the inversion from Lake Michigan. It sort of divides that air current up, but it seems like once we get in that dry pattern in summertime, that moisture in the air just gets comes across Lake Michigan or just onshore. And sometimes you see precipitation on the radar, but it never hits the ground. And that dry air just basically, those clouds dissipate as far as moisture. And so we just don't get rain, so it gets drier and drier. And we seem to be in that pattern already.
Oh, yep, there you go. Okay, Gary, I'm jumping completely off topic. How's the barbecue down there?
Oh, fantastic. We had some fantastic barbecue last night. Got to have barbecue when you come to Kansas City.
Oh, I know.
There's so many choices.
That's why I was asking. I can only do so much.
Very, very tasty.
I can only do so much Dickies. I need to expand my. Expand my.
Oh yeah, that's good, but that's not great barbecue. You get down here, you get great barbecue, and there's so many different places to go that are just fantastic.
My mouth is watering now. Oh my goodness. Looks like I'll be hunting down some BBQ myself today, just so I can feel like I'm participating in a way.
And it's always I was debating about whether to try to bring some back, but it's like it never tastes quite the same. Once it is in the cooler all the way back to Michigan.
Oh no, Gary, Please bring some back. You're fine with that, okay? You're cool. You may do that. I'll take free barbecue. But
there's so many different restaurants around Kansas City too. I think of Kansas City as being smaller metro areas. You got Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, and all the suburbs.
Yeah,
still pretty good sized metro area.
Yeah,
but they have such a great diversity of restaurants here. Fantastic.
I'm sorry, I lost you a little bit there.
Yeah, so great diversity of restaurants. Besides all the barbecue, so it's fantastic barbecue everywhere. But all sorts of other ethnic restaurants too. One that come down here and sort of eat your way through the weekend.
Yeah. And yes, you can fill that cooler up. I give you permission. All right, Gary, thank you, and have fun down there in KC, all right?
Yeah, just trying to stay cool like you are there.
Yeah, there you go. And ignore all the Chiefs billboards. They mean nothing. All right, Gary, thank you. I do appreciate it, and enjoy. And
Oh, I will. And we'll see you in a week.
There you go. And thank you for listening to this edition of Nature Watch. Tune in each Saturday morning at 8:30 for Nature Watch, brought to you by Waddell's Nursery, Floral Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. CBS and local news is up next, then Andy Waddell is in studio for another edition of Over the Garden Fence. That's all coming up here on 590 and 106.9 FM WKZO.